the one and only Reverend Dr. Ken.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Sam and Lucy. It's so good to be here this morning. Look around. What do you see? A full auditorium. Guys, we broke 113. That's the best we've had since COVID. Yeah. When COVID hit, they told us to close down. The lady that donated the piano, she came to me, she said, I want my piano back because she'll never open back up again. I wish she was here to see us now, because we weren't going to let COVID beat us, and we didn't. And whatever challenge you're going through, you don't need to let it beat you. You need to remind yourself of who and whose you are. You're an outlet and channel of God's goodness, of Spirit's possibilities, and you're here to shine forth. It's our intention, like Sam and Lucy were singing, to lift you higher up, to let you release all the burdens and stress and strains of the world, and to go out of here inspired and encouraged. Well, as always, I've got a couple of announcements before we get going. The first one is that Sam and Lucy have a wonderful sound and healing bath they do at 11:30 here. So be sure to stick around for that. The second one is we have a Judy Jennings grant program going on. We need to match $15,000 in order to get $25,000. We have this month to do that. If you'd like to make a donation, just be sure you put Judy Jennings on. We have a magic show coming up on July 25th. That'll go to the Judy Jennings Fund. We have chair yoga at 10 a.m. on Tuesdays. Lisa conducts that, and it's a wonderful program. I'm here for that. We have breath work and healing on Fridays at 10 o'clock. That's with Gita. And on Saturdays, we have meditation and motion, and we have singing bowls for that. Andreas, this handsome guy over here, stand up, Andreas. This handsome guy does it for us. And he does a great job. All right, now, we have singing bowls on Sunday morning, which is fantastic with our wonderful Patty doing those for us. We need somebody, thank you for that. We need some help coordinating our ushers. That's something you'd like to do. Please see me. And finally, we're collecting school supplies for kids who don't have the wherewithal to collect school supplies. Can you imagine being a parent and sending your kid off and knowing that they don't really have the proper stuff to participate fully? So each year we buy school supplies. This is what I want you to do. Buy the supplies, set them in some prominent area of your house. Do prayer work over those supplies. See those supplies going to a kid and see that kid uplifted. See that kid having the idea he or she can go out and do anything in the world. See it being a blessing to those parents. See it being a blessing to those teachers. And then bring those supplies in, and we'll do prayer work and meditation over them before we get them off to school. It will bless them, and it will bless you, and it will bless the world. Well, those are all my announcements. So now we're going to have some amazing music from the wonderful Sam and Lucy. Guys?
All of the ground beneath was torn. out the sky onto the ground to plant the green, the new life. Oh, it's all inside the world I need. It's all inside the thing I see. It's all within the dark, expanding space inside. Over the landscape, green began to grow. We planted a sapling, and it took into the soil in all directions. The color came to life, all because the time was taken to invite that thing to dance on inside the world I need. It's all inside the thing I see. It's all within the dark, expanding space inside. I've been telling, nothing's gonna ever take that place, but something coming from the inside. I've been looking outside all this time for something that will fly me away, something that could fly me away. But all this time, it was on the inside.
And now we've got the amazing Catherine coming up to reading Catherine was here the very first Sunday I came. We stood on the stage together. So it's wonderful to have you here.
Thank you. The reading I have taken is from our wonderful magazine, and I find that it has so many truths in it that it begs to be shared. Our philosophy offers the idea that the voice of God isn't a booming sound from above, but an inner knowing. The quiet guidance that surfaces through intuition, love, and clarity. It speaks a universal language, one that cuts through fear and division. Whether you call it God, spirit, or simply wisdom, the message is the same. We are all connected, and love is the path home. Holmes pointed out that while cultures, beliefs, and traditions differ, the core desires of the human heart remain the same: peace, belonging, kindness, and understanding. These are the true common denominators of life. A smile, a happy hand, a moment of compassion. These are the voices of God in action, reminding us that we are never separate from the divine or from one another. There is only one God. This God is spirit and love, kindness. This God is in all of us. We are the part of God that works on this world, shares the love, is the beacon for who we should be and what we should be doing. This God is the only way to see life, to live life, to become the love that was meant for all of us. Now, please close your eyes for just a few minutes. Let those words sink into you, knowing that there truly is magic in this life, all because of our belief in God and the love that we all have to share. is with a joyful heart that I thank you all for accepting me today and feeling the love from each and every one of you. May this day be blessed with nothing more but more love. Thank you.
See all my notes. And please sing along. You know the rules. You're not singing because you're sounding good, but you're singing because it feels good. Right? And I promise you, when it feels good, it's actually so good.
believe it or not, exactly at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, I will turn 66 years old. I have trouble believing it myself. Now, in numerology, if you take the 6 and the 6, that gives you 12. And you add the 1 and 2 up, that gives you 3. And for me, that represents, in my case, old as dirt. I have a feeling I'm a little bit like Mom's Mapley. She had a story. Remember Mom's Mapley? If you're my age, you remember her. She was an amazing comedian and an amazing person, actually. So she had a story. She said, always talked about how her dad had married her off to an old man. She said he was older than water. She said they went to a funeral one time, and the funeral undertaker came up to him and said, "Pops, why don't you just hang around here for a little bit and save us? We'll drive out to get you later on." Well, I'm not feeling quite that bad, but the truth is, I'm amazed. I'm amazed that I'm here. I'm amazed. During the AIDS epidemic, where I lost a generation of friends, I didn't expect to live this long. It was quite a miracle just getting through another month. And now that I see life as a miracle. And it's up to me to make the most of it. Age is not something to be denied, it's something to embrace. Challenge is not to grow old, but to age into spiritual aliveness. Now sometimes in New Thought, we have people running around who try to deny age. Charles Fillmore, he was the founder of Unity, and he refused to wear glasses. So they kept increasing the type size for him in his talks. They got to a point they couldn't increase them anymore, and they just sat him down and said, "Listen here, you need glasses." We encourage teenagers to come into their teenage years, more responsibility. We do the same with young people. Why don't we do the same as we grow older? Why don't we accept the change and the aliveness? Christ said, "You shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free." Sometimes the truth is that your knees pop. Sometimes you encourage the dogs to eat something you spilt on the floor. Or you go looking for your reading glasses and realize you already have them on. You look into the mirror and you see your parent, your father or mother, looking back at you. My teacher, Kennedy Schultz, he loved Halloween. He thought Halloween was a very, very good holiday. He thought it was a very healing holiday. First of all, he thought it was very important to teach kids to make fun of their fears. He also thought it was a good exercise to dress up so that when you looked in the mirror, you didn't recognize yourself. Now, you don't have to do that because age will do that for you. The Apostle Paul, he said, "Though outwardly we are aging, yet inwardly we are renewed day by day." The soul does not age. Our thinking does not age. It grows, especially if we're doing this right. It grows and expands. And that's the reason we always have that belief. I just now figured it out. I just now know how to live. We're on that fresh, cutting green shoot of Spirit's growth. The Spirit within us is not shrinking, it's expanding. Our souls are not getting older, they are eternal. And if you let your soul grow, it keeps growing. The scripture says the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. Not to shame the body, but to remind us we are more than our body. As we age, we can appreciate what our body can do. Maybe not as often or as well as it did in youth, but it gives us more of an appreciation. Like a fine wine, we mellow, we become more refined. Remember the sitcom All in the Family? There was an episode where Gloria, the daughter, was talking to Edith. And she told her, she says, Mom, she says, when you and Dad are romantic, is it still like the 4th of July? And Edith thought about it for a while, and she says, no, baby. These days, it's more like Thanksgiving. There's something to be grateful for as we age. To be grateful for what we have and what we've kept and what we can expand. Ernest Holmes, the founder of our teaching, he said, our mind is infinite in its potential, and our souls are eternal in their essence. We have all of eternity to get it right. But why not start here? Why not start now? We're not here to deny change, but to expand with it. My wonderful prayer partner, Bev, this past week she told me that she had gone to a ballet and bruise class. You go to a bar and they have ballet dancers there with folding chairs, and you get a beer and they teach you how to do a little ballet movements. Now, maybe ballet and a champagne brunch I can understand, but ballet and beer, that's just a concept for me. Now, here's the thing about it. She said she didn't feel like she had to compete. She was there with these really trained athletes, and she said she did what she could, and they encouraged her, and she just loved to be in the moment. She loved that she was creative enough to try something. And it's the creativity. It's the willingness to try something. Because as we get older, sometimes we shut down, and it becomes more and more important for us to keep that creativity going in our lives. Julia Cameron, she says, the creative process is a process of surrender, not control. And as we age, we surrender to flow, to joy, and to creativity. And to help us do that, it's important to keep younger people in our lives. And one way we can do that is by releasing the need to tell them how to live. It can be a pitfall as we get older, needing to tell everybody how they need to do stuff. And to be open to new ways, because there are new ways and new possibilities. There may be some new process that will make your life easier. My dear beloved niece, she was here visiting last year, and we had decided to make an old family recipe, and it required some bacon. So I had gone to the store, and I was buying my typical bacon. And she said, look here, Uncle Kenny, we don't have to fry that bacon. They have pre-cooked bacon now. You just have to warm it up in the microwave. And just as she said that, out of my mouth, I heard my mother's words. But it's more expensive. It's more expensive. Who cares? You don't have to deal with a pan of grease. You don't have to deal with 3rd-degree burns. You don't have to deal with the mess. It's easy to hold on to those old voices, and it's good to release them and open up to something better. The Sufi poet Hafez, he wrote, the wise learns from the child, just as the child learns from the wise. Wisdom is not about correcting others, it's about being present. And youth reminds us to stay active, not out of obligation, but through joy. That's the reason I love pickleball. You know, they say pickleball is the tennis for people my age. Great! It's a lot of fun. It's activity. It's not about what we can't It's about what we can do and what's joyful and fun. In Hindu scripture, it says, it's better to live your own destiny imperfectly than to live an imitation of somebody else's life with perfection. Do what works for you. If it's pickleball, if it's chair yoga, if it's walking the dog like it's a parade. One of the best freedoms of this age is you stop worrying about what people think of you. You give that up. And that is a huge blessing. To dance like nobody's watching, but to dance, to get out there, and to be willing to be who you are. This age, it's not the end. It's not even the peak. It's a step towards a beautiful eternal journey. Spirit chose your body in this year and this moment to express as you. Spirit called you by name from stardust so you can be here this moment. And there is a gift within you that if you don't bring it out, creation will not be complete. You are needed. You are necessary. You're vital for the unfoldment of the all. So be yourself with all the nooks and crannies of your soul. Be yourself and get out there and dance and love. Don't miss life. Don't resist it. Live it. Say yes to growing older. Yes to becoming more vibrant. Yes to creativity and aliveness. Don't mourn your youth. Marvel at your wisdom. Rejoice in the season of your life and the freedom it brings. Dear ones, at 66, I've been through it all. I've seen economic crisis. I've been through 2 epidemics. I grew up in a church that rejected me and said I was beyond redemption. I had a family that told me if I got sick, not to come back to their doors. I had dreams that melted into dust. But by the grace of God, I made it through. I held on to a relationship for 27 years. I found a career that gave me a voice, a community that loves and supports me. And I am not turning back. Yes. Yes, I'm confused and dismayed by the anger and meanness I see around me, but I'm keeping my eyes on the prize. I've seen the promised land, and not just for myself, but all of those who didn't make it this far. So I'm going to keep on walking. I'm going to keep on talking. I'm going to keep on believing in God's goodness, that life is eternal, that the love is the most powerful force in the universe, and that we have come here to do great good. We are the beloved of Spirit. Spirit is not disappointed in you for one moment. It sees more in your possibilities than it's ever been disappointed by your problems. You are here to bring the blessings of God made manifest through your heart and soul. A new heaven and a new earth is ours to do. This is the truth in your life this morning. It's the truth in mine, and so it is. For the rest of my days I'll be right here, you and me. For the rest of my time, I'll know no place I'd rather go.
For the rest of my days I'll see what comes and what will be. Back in your arms is where I'll be.
Sometimes I get lost,
Like floating out to sea.
I get turned and tossed, but you're right there next to me. Back in your arms, back in your arms is where I'll be. Back in your arms, back in your arms is where I'll be. For the rest of my days I'll be
Back in your arms,
right here, you and me.
back in your arms.
For the rest of my time, I'll know no place I'd rather go. Drummers in the house. Back in your arms, back in your arms is where I'll be. Back in your arms, back in your arms is where I'll be. Back in your arms, back in your arms is where I'll be. Back in your arms, back in your arms is where I'll be.
So now we come to the time where we support our community, and we support this community because it's doing great good in the world. Now you can support us in several ways. You can do volunteer work for us, we're always appreciative. You can support us in prayer and consciousness, seeing us growing and thriving, and you also can support us in coin. However you choose to support us, know that your contribution is going to be multiplied and returned to you abundantly. So if you'll take your intentions and place it over your heart and read with me this affirmation of prosperity. I live in a universe of abundance. As I freely and joyfully give, I join in the divine flow, and all that I share with life returns to me, multiplied abundantly. If ushers will step down, Sam and Lucy, I know you got something great for us.
All right, yeah. We just finished a retreat. We just got back from the mountains, and this is the song that we wrote with our retreat group. It was very fun and beautiful.
Brand new.
Some of you were there. And there's a sing-along part for you guys. God made all of this, so all we have to do is speak. The heart has ears when you open to receive. The stars will guide you home. Relax, you're not alone. It could be an inside, a globe of light. La 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 la. La 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 la. Always looking for everything to be so deep. Remember it's simple. All you have to do is breathe. Relax, you're not alone. The stars will guide you
Your support is allowing us to grow, to thrive, to continue being the beacon of healing, love, and compassion. So you're a part of making the world better, and your donation is helping that. So we thank you, we bless it, we release it, know what it does is good and perfect work, returning to us multiplied abundantly. And together we say, and so it is. So now comes the time where we close our service, and we'll do it with an affirmative prayer. I'm going to do it in the first person, but take it in for yourself. Say something that works for you, hold tight to that. Say something that doesn't work for you, well, just let that part slide by. But just know this truth with me this morning. There is but one God and one mind and one power. And that power is perfect love. It's divine intelligence. That power created me from itself plus nothing else. So I can walk the soil of St. Augustine to remember who I am and whose I am, a child of the Most High. I'm not here to be held back or be limited. I'm here to soar. I'm here to fly. I'm here to break the bondage of fear and doubt and lack and limitation. I am here to be a blessing for myself and all of mankind. Here today, I choose to see myself as God sees me, not as weak and wounded, but bold, dynamic, out in the world, making a difference, lifting up and raising the vibration of all creation. I have come to life to be a bright, shining star of God's possibilities. For too long, I've not owned up to this greatness. But here today, I'm lifting my eyes up and I'm seeing a new reality. I am seeing a promised land, and I'm on the move. I'm not turning back. I'm not allowing the worries and the fears and the doubts of mankind to hold me back. I've been afraid too long. Here, now, in this sacred space, filled with all these wonderful, loving souls, I am breaking through the bondage of anger, of fear, of doubt, and I am seeing myself moving forward, creating a world of love and peace and prosperity. Spirit is calling me on. My path is clear, and I'm on the move. This is my truth. Every cell of my being radiates this right knowing, and I release this prayer into the mind of God. Into its good and perfect, bold and dynamic work, returning to me multiplied abundantly. And together we say, and so it is. All right, my friends, I'm going to leave you with one last idea. Your life, it's not a problem to be solved. It's a miracle unfolding. Your job this week is to name your miracle, proclaim your miracle, and make it your own. God bless us all. Now let us go be the miracle Spirit is calling us to be. Until we see each other again, this is Reverend Ken wishing you many blessings.